Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're starting the third episode of the fourth season of Lost. Hope the guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So I think it's been a really good start to the season in my personal opinion. I was saying in the outro of last episode that they've done well in making it feel different from season 2 and obviously season 3. We started with kind of like a point of view of a helicopter, kind of looked like it potentially crash landing and going down onto the island, and then people parachuting out, and obviously the sequence of events that led Jack and Kate to the first person that they seen in the first episode. And then obviously they've stemmed from there to go through and kind of find the rest of the people that was on the plane. We've seen that it's an extraction team that's coming down with their sole original purpose was to get Ben off the island. We don't know why they after him, who knows. The person that went to visit Hurley inside of his mental hospital that was asking questions, are they still alive, basically was the person that headed up this team with Niobe as the forefront, who was in charge of this squad to go in and do the extraction. Now, it's interesting because obviously they don't really look like they've got combat skills themselves, and they are carrying weapons, and Ben managed to actually grab one and shoot one of the new characters, Charlotte, a couple of times to try and kill her. Obviously he knows that why they're there, and she was lucky enough to stay alive because she was wearing a protective vest. And obviously in the attempt to save his own life pretty much because of the reaction from the camp, and obviously Sayid beating him up and then Locke pulling the gun on him and basically was going to finish him, turned around and said, look mate, you know, I've got answers that you need, and if you kill me you'll never get them. Obviously Locke was asking about the monster on the island and what is it and where's it come from, what's it want. He says he didn't know, but he says what I do know is this woman's called Charlotte. I know where she was born, she's from Kent or whatever, or Surrey, and studied at university. She's got 3 siblings and her mum and her dad, and what she does for a job and why she's here. Do you know what I mean? I know the crew members that she's come with and who they work for, and if you want more information you better keep me alive. And you could tell by the look on her face that he was telling the truth, and it's very, very interesting and exciting to see that, because he seems to have one step ahead of everybody all of the time. And you know, yeah, his submarine did get blown up or whatever, but he wanted it to happen, didn't it? It looked like we thought that Locke got one up on him, and it was kind of like another first time that you know, the others had actually lost. But no mate, he said that, look, if I stopped you I would have looked weak, you know what I mean? If I went against my plan again I would have looked weak. So when you coming out into the woods, you know what I mean, like my knight in shining armor trying to go against me, I can pretend that I tried to stop you and you escaped and you done it. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, and now I capture you again. So he seems to always have a plan. He knows what's happening, he knows what the island wants. He's dead smug as well. Can't wait to see obviously what he's actually wanted for and how everybody obviously reacts, because they did, the other ones, Miles and the other 2, the pilot, pulled the gun on Jack right at the very end and said, look mate, we're after Ben. You know what I mean? Once he found out that Juliet wasn't on the original flight you know, manifest, basically it was like she was on the island. They've gone straight over. Ben, where is he? We want him. The thing is, Jack don't care for him. He don't, like, not bothered if he's dead or alive. To be honest, I'd say, you want him? Go get him, mate. I'll take you. You know what I mean? If getting Ben's going to get us off this island and that's what you want, then we'll do it, because I've no loyalty towards him. I don't like him. I would have killed him. You know what I'm saying? I've got every, you know, every much reason to hate him as much as you do. So let's go and do it. So maybe they do that in today's episode. Who knows, mate? I can't wait. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like. It really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Ever mention anything about knowing anyone off the island? You're sure of that?
Look, this is real simple. Do you know where he is or don't you?
Okay, he's with Locke. Friend got her too.
I'll always be with you.
Even if Locke has your friend, you can't just waltz in there and grab her.
We did call these people to get us off this island, didn't we?
I'll take 3 of you. In case you zoned out while you were tweezing your goatee, one of these yahoos took Charlotte prisoner.
I can bring her back, and if I do, will you take me to the ship?
You bring Charlotte back safe, and I will take you off this island.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a long walk to the next stone. Is this your first time in the Seychelles?
I'd use the 5-iron.
50 euros says mine goes closer to the pin with the 5.
Let's make it 100.
Excelente. Not bad. What do you do for a living, my friend?
I was the recipient of a large settlement.
Corporate merger?
Actually, a plane crash.
I remember reading all about it.
I wonder if Sayid was thinking that the guy already knew who he was, but then this guy looked like he's actually kind of scared now. He's going to botch his shot. Oh no, he's not. He's done a great shot.
Because you were right about the 5-iron.
Oh, no way, mate. Look at this. Unless he's like an assassin now. That's interesting, that, mate. That's after the island.
Ist frei?
Wohin möchten Sie gehen?
Is it free was the full extent of my German. I love Europe. Everyone speaks English.
What sort of business brings you to Berlin?
I'm a headhunter. And what do you do?
My employer is an economist. Actually, I don't really understand what he does. If this goes off, I'm at his side instantly, which is wonderful since he's only in Berlin once or twice a year. Do I know you from somewhere?
I'll tell you exactly where you know me from. If you let me take you to dinner.
I feel like I've seen a face before.
This is the restaurant you're taking me tonight. 8 o'clock.
I'll make contact. She was looking for Desmond.
I forgot about that. I actually forgot about that.
It's clear they're not sharing it. I'm going to make Locke release Charlotte. The last time you encountered him, you put a gun to his head and pulled the trigger.
True story, mate. I was surprised with that one.
We leave in 10 minutes.
See, I said when that guy was introduced last episode that I didn't like his personality straight away, but I don't know, he just seems like a moody guy, but in an okay way.
Hey, John, how much further is it? I need to feed Aaron.
It should be here.
Maybe we got turned around. Could be anywhere.
No, it was here.
Well, what's in this cabin that's so important anyway?
John's looking for somebody to tell him what to do next.
They know we're going to the barracks.
Yeah, and Red here was wearing a vest, which means her posse's gonna come expecting themselves a gunfight.
Look, I'm just saying, I think if we let her go, they'll look at it as a sign of good faith.
They'll look at it as an act of foolishness. And right now, Hugo, I'm making the decision. Is that going to be a problem for you?
Being told not to come along? Now you know what it feels like to be me.
Does that mean I should wait 20 minutes and go anyway?
What, don't you trust Sayid? So what's preventing him from doing to me what he did to Naomi?
Sawyer won't let him. The gun's the last resort, King.
You give Locke that same speech?
Just Saeed's had that same vest since the start, I'm sure of it.
So you're just gonna go and work everything out? What was he, a diplomat?
No, he was a torturer.
He was a torturer. Well,
And this woman, Charlotte, you don't really care about her, do you?
Yeah, gee, who's the one going after one of their crash buddies with guns?
There was a fundamental debate as to whether your people were coming to rescue us or kill us.
And which side did you land on?
I'll let you know when I decide.
well, this is after the first date then. They must have been together for a little bit.
A man can't wear his tuxedo by the fifth date. Why bother?
I'm not bringing it. If tonight's the night he calls, so be it.
If he does call, I don't want you fired over me.
Do you have a boss?
Everyone has a boss. Elsie.
When we met, you said you would only be in Berlin for 1 week.
The job I'm on is proving harder to accomplish than I thought.
I was hoping it was because of me.
Is it me, right? Or is this guy kind of like a version of Charlie? Like a different, just like a similar, different one?
What's his story? Half the stuff he says goes way over my head, the other half goes way, way over. Once he gets on you, you hang up right away.
Yeah, thank you.
That Minkowski, that's the guy that the other person tried to ring.
Oh, okay, great. Then fire the payload.
What's dropping?
20 kilometers to Beacon.
Regina?
5 kilometers to Beacon. 0.
I don't have it.
That's weird.
The coordinates on the island because of the magnetic thing, I don't know. Maybe they've infiltrated it with the technology that the others have.
It's coming from in there.
Oh, it's Hurley.
Hurley, what happened?
They left me.
Is that because he spoke
Going
up?
off the reservation, man.
Where did they go?
Look, I guess they were too busy timing up to tell me. I don't know.
And so they all left, all together.
Yeah, they were freaked. Locke said they were gonna go by Ben's house before they took off.
Why would he go there?
Bro, I know they could have locked Ben up in the closet too.
Oh, it's coming now.
It's finally here.
What is that?
It's a rocket. 31 minutes. Your friends are back.
How many other people have come from the beach? Just seen him.
Look for anything that might show where they've gone.
They've been hiding something behind there. Secret passageway. There'll be files on everybody, I guess. Fake passports for himself.
Sayid!
Oh, she's called it. Oh, do you reckon Hurley played him? You reckon?
Good job, Hugo.
That's decent from Hurley. That was pretty good, actually. I believed him. I actually did believe him. That was good.
Sorry, Sayid.
I guess they're running out of jail space. I lost $1, you know. I bet, John, that you wouldn't be stupid enough to fall for your friend as bait.
What are you doing here with Locke?
I'm not with him.
Yeah, you are, James.
And what are you doing with Jack?
I went with Jack because I believe he can get us off this island.
I ain't looking to leave.
And what's here that's so much better?
Why do you want to go back, Kate? Seem to recall you being shuttled off to jail before we landed here. Hey, look around us, Freckles. We got roofs over our head, electricity, showers, beds.
Hey, how long, Sawyer? How long do you think we can play house?
Why don't we find out?
You know, just before we go into that, right, my counter to her, to saying to Sawyer, how long do you reckon that we can play house for, would be, like, literally, for as long as we want to, basically. Because Ben, okay, yes, he's lied about living on the island all of his life, but he come here at pretty much a young boy. You know what I mean? Like, for at least 30 or 40 years, he has actually lived here with these people, with these houses, with the electricity on the island. He looks healthy. I mean, not now, he looks beaten up, but he's proven that is sustainable. And, like, I'm not going to lie, if I was Kate, if I was Sawyer, if I was Locke, if I was Rose, I would not want to leave the island. I wouldn't. Because, like you just said, they have got nothing going for them at home. Kate, realistically, well, we've seen it in the future episode that Kate somehow is pardoned or something. I'm not too sure. In real life, it wouldn't work that way. It wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody now, even if they was 80 years old, if somebody found out that back in the 1940s, yeah, they killed somebody, they would get arrested for it now and put away. You know what I mean? Like, crime doesn't have an expiration date. You know, you get proven guilty, you get put away. Doesn't matter if it's now or in 40, 50 years time in the future. Kate shouldn't, even though it looks like she might have, be allowed to just return back, say, oh, you're part of the Oceanic Six, or you're a survivor. You know what I mean? Like, we're just going to forget that you just killed your dad. You know what I mean? Like, no, it shouldn't happen. And like, he killed somebody as well in cold blood. So, Ben knows about it. If he knows about it, other people know about it. And I wouldn't want to be off the island, to be honest. I would just try and integrate the best I can. And that's me personally. And I don't think it's that far-fetched either, that proposal. Especially for Locke and Rose. They had really, really bad things, like, physically, that was happening to them. And now they're here and they're both okay. There's no chance I'd ever leave if I was them.
I'm sorry about all the theatrics, but I didn't know how many of you there'd be, or whether you'd be armed. Kate's with Sawyer, and Miles is somewhere else.
Did you have more luck with the woman you captured?
Not particularly.
Then why don't you turn her over to me?
And why would I do that?
I agree that these people are liars, but if I return safely with Charlotte, they'll take me to their ship.
He's got a spy on the boat.
It's a secret.
Why would I give you Charlotte for nothing?
Oh, I think you misunderstood me. I never expected you to give it to me for nothing.
Whatever his mission is, you know what I mean? It must be hard for him thinking, right, when am I going to do it?
Eventually, you're gonna have to go to that job of yours. I know nothing about you. I understand you don't want to talk about the crash. What about you? It's what you do when you're in love, right?
This is after the island, though, so we still don't know what's happened to her. Oh, no way, she's getting pinged.
I have to go.
No?
Das Hotel Adlon.
That's what he waited for, Sayid. I think that's what he was waiting for, me. The location of that person.
You have to leave Berlin. You can't be here anymore.
Why would I?
People will be asking questions, and you can't be around to answer them.
Who are you?
It has nothing to do with that.
Cafe? You meant to meet me there? Do you even know him?
His name is on a list. My employers.
And who is that?
It doesn't matter who he is.
You just kill people because you're on a list. Innocent people.
Ah, this is well interesting.
What do you think you're?
I feel like he actually did like her. He loves closing the eyes of dead people, though, doesn't he?
She was senior management. It's not like we hung around the cafeteria together. She stayed on her own.
Look, Naomi told me you people were hired by her.
You don't want to tell me the truth? I'll find someone who will. See when that takes off? I'm on it.
What happened to Miles?
I traded him.
Traded him?
I promised you, Charlotte. Here she is.
He cheated?
He cheated. It's good, though.
Lucky for you, that guy's nothing but a pain in my ass. Just be sure that you follow the same exact bearing that we came in on, okay?
I don't have to talk you out of coming.
As much as I like helicopter rides, I think you got this one under control.
Must feel crazy for Sayid to be sat in that now. Do you know what I mean? Definitely it's Dr. Jack. I don't even know it can't be. He's in a veterinarian place. The teasing who it is. What's that, Ben?
She was trying to get information from me. She wanted to know about you.
Does sound like Ben, it is.
Why are you crying? Because it hurts, or because you were stupid enough to care for her?
Did I remind you what they did the last time you thought with your heart instead of your gun?
Is he getting blackmailed in doing this?
I have another name for you.
But they know I'm after them now. Good.
I don't even know what's going on, me. We're getting a lot of... what do you call it? Yo, it's been backstories, hasn't it? These are future stories, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? This is after they've come off the island. And they're kind of making references like, you know, last time you fought with your head and not your gun or something. Which, to me, then... is kind of saying that he's gone to this rig, this boat, and he's made an error in his decision. You know what I mean? Like, whatever decision it is that he's made, it's not the right one. And how have we got from Ben in a position of weakness here on the island, beaten up, and then obviously in the future being in a position of power, and like clearly looks like he's off the island? And how's he a medical supply person thing here? Do you know what I mean? Like, looked like he was in the vets anyway. Do you know what I mean? So it's not... no, I was gonna say it could be Juliet's, but she wasn't. She was for women in it having babies. So no, I don't even know whose place it would be. I don't know how he's in this position. It's actually really interesting, to be honest. I thought the backstory is well, the future story or whatever was really good. I actually enjoyed this one. You know what I mean? Like, I like the little twist that she was playing Sayid, and who was the person on the pager, and where, you know what I mean? Like, actually, who was it? That's what I mean. Like, who was the person on the pager, and why is it that they was trying to get Sayid? Because she said, yeah, he had no idea. So, like, she was playing him, and then obviously he was playing her for Ben, and she was playing him for somebody else, and it's pretty exciting, to be honest. I've enjoyed all of the future clips that we've had. You know, the first episode, it was like Hurley and all that, and like Jack, and Jack looked like he was suffering, if I'm being honest, and he was kind of saying that, you know, they made a bad decision coming off the island. And then we had obviously last episode's one, which again I thought was really good. It was all of these people, wasn't it, showing them and how they kind of come to the island, so to speak. And then you got this episode, boom, mate, you know, we've got a Sayid one, very interesting. He's kind of like a headhunter, going down, killing people. He knows people are after him now, and he's technically getting off the island on the helicopter. He's the first person that we've seen that's actually getting up and leaving to move to normal type of civilization, kind of. I know it's like in the middle of the sea still on a boat, but who's the spy in there? Has he been told? It's exciting stuff, mate. It's going to keep us consistently guessing. There's lots of stuff going on the island as well. You know, they stayed. They had a chance to go back. They've not got Ben yet, but they're here to do their job that they were saying. I want to know what if they're there for even more different reasons. I have no idea, mate. It's been really interesting. So I think this is the most interesting start that we've had. We've had chaotic starts. I reckon that the best start was probably season 1. Obviously, the plane crash, the chaos, the learning everybody. Do you know what I mean? What's going on? That was a fantastic start. But like, this has been one that's been very intriguing. I'm like, oh, I didn't expect that. Oh, what's going on here? Do you know what I mean? Are they bad? Are they good? Who knows, mate? What's happening? That's why I think it's been really good so far. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hope the guys enjoyed it. So, they've done a trade. Miles for Charlotte. And then it's obviously give Sayid a spot on the helicopter. Now, obviously, Daniel was telling him you got to take the specific route. Do you know what I mean? Make sure the trajectory that we come into the island is the one you definitely take back. And he's like, yeah, sure, will do. But will it? Who knows? We'll have to find out. And I hope that this is not the end of Sayid. Well, I don't think it's the end of Sayid. But, I mean, I hope it's not like one of those things where now he's gone over there, we have like a big long absence of him in the season. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want that. I want... He could be absent for 1 or 2 episodes here and there, but I want him to be in it. This one's interesting, man. It's a spy on that place. I want to know who it is. I would love to see it land and everybody reacts. Like, what the hell, mate? Who's this guy? Then Sayid trying to scope him out and see what's going on and try and find a spy and see if they can infiltrate it. That's what I'd like to see. Just a total different episode in a different environment with new people and seeing if Sayid can figure it out. Because so far, his hunches have been all very good. He knows it. He loves it. You know, we've seen that bracelet. technically that he took off Naomi here on the island. Now again, the interesting thing is the woman that he just killed, who is kind of like, I love you, so to speak, who's working for this mysterious person, had the same bracelet. Now again, is it one that he's give, like, because he did take it off her and he was like, you can have it, I like you, or is it that signifies they're hired by the same people and he's trying to get to that employer? Do you know what I mean? That's going to be the interesting one. He did find the location this episode, sorry, but he didn't actually go to it because she was kind of one step ahead and shot him and injured him, and he had to retaliate and kill her. So it never actually made it to that target point to take out her, obviously, boss. So I thought that was really interesting. I'm really liking those stories. Who would have thought about Hurley, mate, playing them? You know what I mean? He pretended that he was tied up, he got them all in, listening, and then he come in, pulled the guns and got them. Now, obviously, so I say, you don't really want to get off the island. Why can't you stay here? Why can't you live and love it, mate, and have a best life? You know, there's nothing really for them back at home. We can see that, obviously, you know, it is achievable to be living on the island. There's people that don't actually want to leave the island who currently live there, like Alex and Carl and Benny don't really want to, does they? They've had a choice of that leaving, or they've known that they could potentially leave, like Richard has many times, and they've obviously chosen to stay. Russo don't want to leave as well. So do you know what, there is proof that you can stay there, and you know, I would, if I was them, want to stay there as well, because like I said, they've got potential prison time, life sentence, you know, death penalty. No, mate, the states are crazy out there with their rulings. And you know, I would rather stay there free, like he said, house, roof over our head, comfy bed, electricity. Why not, mate? You know, so that one again is going to be interesting. Locke was kind of looking for answers, so to speak. You know, he was walking, he couldn't find the hut. I don't know if it appears if you believe me, you know what I mean? Like the mirror in Harry Potter, you know, when you stand there, like the room of requirements, you know, I need something. Boom, mate, you're worth it. Get in this room. I don't know, because we did see Hurley last episode. Look, see a hut, close his eyes, opened it, not there. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Today, he's walking, lost it again. Turn around, Ben's kind of making a joke. He's looking for someone to kind of give him direction. He's been following what Walt said. I like how they mentioned that, you know, that he'd been shot. Was that last episode? I don't even know, mate. He got shot, and then he, obviously, if he had a kidney there, it would have killed him, but obviously it didn't. I thought that was pretty good. I can't remember what episode that was in. But, mate, good start to the season. 2 good, solid... You know what? To be honest, this has had, I think all the seasons have been very, very good. I think last season was great as well, to be honest. I was fascinated with that, with locking them up in cages. I was excited because we had the others finally being introduced and used a lot. Now, I'm fascinated to see what's actually going on. Penelope must have hired them to come to the island. They did have a picture of Desmond. I totally forgot that Naomi had it. She must be the employer. Not Penny's boat, though. You know, what's going on there? Does Penny know that they're here? I have no idea. She obviously must have funded it, but what's happening? She obviously didn't know anything about the island and where he was when she was talking to Charlie. So again, that's another mysterious, you know, thing that we're going to have to figure out. Hopefully the season has a lot of explaining to do and more excitement on the way. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.